This is a Geiger counter, and in the parking lot we were at 17, and now we are bouncing from 22 to 27.
Why didn't you?
Went from 10 now to 16.
So
It's getting higher when I come this way. Now we're at 18, 21. It's like really high right here.
It's a what?
Geiger counter. It measures radioactivity. What we're standing on right now is one of the trails of the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy land, and this is used by hikers, neighborhood people, wildlife. The Boy Scouts camp up here, and right behind us is the Boeing facility, and it just shows you how close that the public recreation areas are to this facility. Most of the Santa Monica Mountains area used to just be a dump site for Boeing, and Christina's going to explain it down there. And the Department of Toxic Substance Control submitted a work order to Boeing to clean all of this area up, and Boeing's calling it the Sage Ranch Restoration Project.
What's it actually?
It's reading the radiation level, but we don't know what background it is.
The micrograms per hour.
So we're at,
Micrograms per hour.
how high are we now?
It was at 34,
Yeah, we're
but now it's
definitely
23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31.
The groundwater, the rain that goes into that thing's going to come out right here and into that creek bed.
It goes that way.
It goes straight
which is
down that way.
Down
All right, what's
Shoe
that
Brenda.
white thing there?
That's the Advanced Propulsion Test Facility, APT is what it's called. It's also called the CTL-1, which is Control Test Lab 1. It doesn't, there's trucks there, we don't really know what they're doing there. Nobody seems to be
They're
very
working on the
aware.
death ray, I think.
Well, that was the LETF, and that's gone now. Laser Engineering Test Facility.
Yeah, there you go.
The unique thing about the laser work they did at this site is that they were able to tune it to a single frequency. You have an ongoing laser, and that's continuous, and that's apparently, like most people think, impossible, but yet they did it here.
Line further on down. Basically, cut a straight line up the creek bed from this post.
Aaron,
And
you can
where
see
the creek sort of goes like this.
there's a survey marker right there that says NAA, which is North American Aviation. I think it says 1948 on it. And this is the parkland and the Boeing property line.
No, see the horizontal field next to the...
There's absolutely no fence.
No.
Yeah.
So it's really the road to the dump.
Yeah.
And then because of that, now it's
Yeah.
the road to the
This is
wells.
where they used to dump stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the debris
Yeah.
field
That's where it
starts here
begins.
and moves its way down the creek bed.
Pardon me?
The debris field that's actually different from
So they
the
actually
shooting
used to
range.
just back up their trucks, huh? Like,
And dump it
like
up
on
there
this
and then-
road. And
Oh,
then,
you'll
Yeah.
you'll
You'll
see.
see.
You want to explain this?
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
On this line here that you can see, this is sort of the property boundary that shows the Sage Ranch Park area versus the Santa Field Lab.
And I think we're on this trail right here.
So, right, and then if we were to go down to this is the actual waterway, and then this entire area here is where they did some serious sampling, and in this case, this was for the asbestos that they were
Well, yeah, you read asbestos.
finding,
asbestos,
and when you
asbestos.
look at the entire report, you'll find that they found up to 80% asbestos, where 1% is considered to be toxic and hazardous to your health. The fact is, they cut the road to dump it in the creek, and it's continued and continued. Here, maybe they didn't even bother and just pushed it right down the hill. You know, it was just, if it was easy, or maybe it was this road that they pulled right across here, this road that they've recreated. The reason that they had to reinforce it right there is because it is indeed hollow.
Yeah.
Right there.
Where'd Jack go?
Don't you want to know what's in the dumpster?
Well, not. I know what's in the dumpster, or what's going to be in the dumpster.
What's in that dumpster right now?
I don't know exactly what's in it now, but I know what is going to be in there is a combination of asbestos and lead and polynuclear aromatic hydrocarbons that aren't good for me. So I'm glad to not go in the dumpster. But I'm glad that they're going to fill, how many? 400 dumpsters?
80,000 cubic yards?
Wow.
No, 8,000 cubic yards.
8,000 cubic yards.
But that's about a football field and a half. numbers are right. but you can-
There's another one of those properties.
It's a combination of asbestos and ash. But the real problem, if you want to talk about the radiological impacted areas, the most impacted areas, they're in Area 4.
And that drains the
But
other side
wherever
into
they dumped
Rumpelstein.
anything, you know, when you think about that, they didn't say where they did it. They didn't follow the practices of this is where we used it, so we're going to dump it here. They kind of found convenient places and put it there.
This
And
could
often
be
those
trash
are
from the hot
steep
lab, you know.
ravines.
So it's
Well,
all.
So
what
we
I'm
don't
wondering,
know,
if
and
the
those are the scary places.
Is possible the asbestos could just be the tip of the iceberg, and the radionucleodes could be laying.
Clearly.
Well, one of the things that Bill was showing me, he was looking online, and there's a picture of Area 4 post-fire 2005, and it shows the burn area, and we were just looking at this historical photograph that shows where the radiation hot lab, the RIHL, and this is where they cut up radioactively contaminated fuel rods that were shipped in from all over the country. So this is a highly radioactively impacted area, and this area did indeed burn. It was removed several years ago, so all there is left is, you know, the grass of
It's brush,
is
but it's
brush, but
radioactive
the brush there burnt because it's black.
And then that
and they
runoff goes into the
specifically,
thing.
you can see those buildings were saved. They had fire crews standing on the former hot lab, protecting the
Breathing-
buildings
breathing
and
all
breathing
that.
all of that.
And described it to me is if you look that direction, you can see, if you could see it, there would be this plume moving this way and traveling underneath the ridge and going that way.
It's probably following this drainage.
Pretty much. This well has always had solid hits for TCE, and they tell me that the one immediately that way used to have intermittent hits, and now it's getting solid hits all the time. So they know that the whole plume is moving in that kind of direction. Now as they go out this way, they know that there's wells over there that are getting solid hits and wells that are getting intermittent hits too. Say 400 feet they were going to go down with
I
that?
don't remember.
That's
the
what you
depth.
told me.
There are some areas that they're trying to go very deep because they haven't been able to find the bottom.
Yeah.
And literally, there is one spot, I believe it's, I want to say it's like 9A or something, that they're going to actually go down 1,400 feet, which would be below sea level. You know, so that's kind of staggering. We think if it's gone that deep, and then how would that disperse outward?
Wow.
Yeah.
You
Like
know,
in
what-
the Las
what would
Virgenes
that
drainage
When
where
you
they're
say
drawing
find
wells
bottom,
for
you mean
drinking
find the
water
bottom
and
of the
stuff,
plume?
Yes.
Yeah,
Find clean.
Oh, okay.
Find, you know, if you're finding TCE here, and as you continue to drill down, you keep finding it. The idea is to keep looking until you don't see it anymore. So that would be the
okay.
bottom. But then as it goes down, it's also going to disperse outward, and then it's going to retard, as Tom
and it's
Sexton
this
says, which is
dispersion outward that
to
you
you know,
guys are
because of
concerned
the
about,
sand and
so
whatever
where
else
the
it's going
dispersion
through. It's going to
goes.
slow down as it
Yeah.
spreads. And those two compete against each other. And
Oh, yeah.
so-
Well,
in
that's
some
the deal.
places
I
the
mean, that's why we're
TCE
here. We're
wins and
trying
it
to
goes deeper
get the
because
word
it
out.
can based on whether it's silt or sand or rock. In other
Yeah.
places the
So if you
dispersion
picture
wins, you
two
know, 'cause
holes
it's
here,
tighter. So
and then if they keep
that's what
finding
makes it hard to
TCE
know.
here,
It will find the easiest path.
They'll
That's what
keep marching
we'll
down
wanna
to that
do.
other series of wells until they don't find it.
And we don't know what that is.
And
And neither do they.
But
That's
they don't know
really,
how fast
that
it
really is a
spreads
complex
or
problem
anything.
to be.
This will give them an
well, to be
idea.
fair, they
You know,
should have been
because
looking for a very
they
long
took
time and trying to
these
figure it out.
measurements in
It's trying
2002.
much harder to figure
Okay.
it out.
And they tell me now they've
But they're trying
changed in
now.
2006. So in 2008, when they just, when they put these samples together,
Right.
they're going to have a lot better idea what's going on.